So if you're watching this video, you're probably one of three people. And wherever you're at, I want to take you from there to knowing exactly how and why to create a VSL. So person number one, you have no idea what a VSL or any of this stuff is. You're new to Skool and or to business in general, and you're just learning all of these terms. It's totally okay. We've all been there. If you are that person, by the way, you don't need to focus too much on what I'm going to talk about in this video. I will talk about what you should focus on, but you might want to save this video for later, or you can watch it if you want, no worries at all. Person number two, you've got the ball rolling on your Skool community, you're getting traffic, but it's not optimized. It's not converting too well. So you need a little bit of help on learning how to convert a little bit. Maybe you've got a rough idea, but you just don't know where to start. Person number three, you're making moolah on Skool, and you know why this is important. You know why VSL and copy and graphics and all of this stuff comes together to make a great about page. But you just want the facts. You want to know exactly what you need to do right now to increase those conversions. I'm just going to get right into it. I don't want to waste your time. There are chapters down below, so you can skip to your part and get what you want, or watch through the whole thing. I love you regardless. So person number one, this is the rule of 300. If you're not getting traffic, this is how you want to get that traffic. Traffic just means getting people to your about page. So 100 minutes of content, 100 minutes of outreach, 100 minutes of comments per day equals rule of 300. And you're going to do that every single day. I'm not going to get too much into it beyond this video, beyond what I'm showing you right here. But if you want me to make a video for that specifically, let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to. So once you've got that traffic rolling, then you become person number two. And I'm going to show you a couple things. You'll see these labels on my about page. So number one, this is your copy down here. Number two, these are essentially where your graphics are going to go. You can see there are a couple of videos here. And number three, the first video is my VSL. So this is essentially the big three. There are tons of things I could have labeled on this about page, but those big three are, it's kind of 80-20, right? The work that you put into this, what we call 80%, 20% of your about page is going to contribute to 80% of your conversions. So you can worry about your logo, maybe your name, things like that. But if you want to make a real difference, these are the things you want to focus on. So your copy is the simple and sweet way to let people know what's in it for them, what you specifically offer in your community. Your graphics look pretty. They allow people to see some personality, maybe a little bit of flair to your community, and a little bit more detail than what the copy provides without being overwhelming to read. But your VSL lets people know exactly who you and your community are. It's basically your audience's first impression. It lets people know what you look and sound like. It lets you go into detail about your expertise, your background story. It lets you talk about maybe some past clients you've worked with that have had amazing results, showing that you can solve the problem that you're promising to solve for your future clients. And for your free community, you don't need to focus on making an extensive VSL. It can just be a simple 2 to 3 minute video, maybe 5 minutes at the max, just saying basically what I talked about, but not going into super extensive detail. You don't want to waste people's time when it's a free thing. They just want to be able to skim through and be like, okay, I'm in. But with a paid community, you do want to make it a longer VSL, and that's where person number three is probably at. Right? So you've got a paid community, you've got all of your stuff, but you kind of want to revamp that. So this is the paid community simplest VSL structure that I could give you. And it essentially goes with the three stories. So your story, your past clients' stories, and your future clients' story. And then there's the hook and the CTA. But the reason why these are in boxes of their own is that these are the most important things. These are the priority things that I want you to focus on when you're writing your VSL. So The hook is probably the most important because the most amount of people drop off in the first 30 seconds to the first minute, but I don't want you getting holed up on it. So the next best thing is your epiphany bridge, also known as your story, your hero's journey, whatever you want to call it. Basically, whatever pain point your business is solving, you want to talk about it from your perspective. You've probably gone through that pain yourself and solved it for yourself, and you want to talk about that story. So maybe you're a relationship coach. Maybe you struggled with dating in the past. You had no idea what you were doing. You were anxious all the time. And one day you came across a book, or you had a friend that helped be your wingman or something. And because of that moment, that epiphany, your skills with dating exploded through the roof. Because of that, you were able to get amazing dates with high quality people. I don't know. And eventually people started asking you to help them. And so now you want to make this community so that you can help as many people as possible. And you can see where I'm going with this. The second part is past stories. You want to talk about those clients you've worked with in the past. If you haven't worked with any clients in the past, start working for them for free. Again, I won't get into that, but if you want me to make a video on it, I will. So these past stories, you want to get into it. You want to talk about, I helped this person get a date. I helped this person who had extreme anxiety get a date. I helped this person. Essentially, you want to cover all the bases. You want to let everyone that's watching your video know that this can work for them within your target audience. So maybe you're only helping women with dating, right? Maybe this woman feels like she's ugly. Maybe she came out of a toxic relationship. Well, you can talk about a past client that you worked with that came out of a toxic relationship and you were still able to help them. So the third one is their story, your future clients' stories. And you'll notice that there is a little line at the top showing that it's kind of a cycle. It's a loop. You're going to talk about the vision that you have for this client. You're going to talk about what that dream outcome is going to look like. And then you're going to back it up with more proof. And then you're going to talk more about what that dream outcome is going to look like. And you're going to back it up with more proof. And so you're going to keep going like that again and again until you get to your CTA. That proof also includes like answering frequently asked questions and things of that nature. And then you're going to get into your CTA. Sign up now. Free trials just came out. Join the free trial. And then you can focus on the hook. So what are you going to say in those first 30 seconds? Well, usually you want to focus on the pain point. You want to say, are you struggling with getting dates? I don't exactly know what relationship coaches' biggest pain point would be for their clients, but maybe it's like, do you think you're a hopeless romantic? Have you been a virgin or something? I don't know. I'm not going to get into it. But that's a really basic VSL structure, and that will help you make a killer VSL for your paid community. A VSL can 5x your conversions. So you know how important that could be. So if you really like this, I have a link again to my free community in the description below. And if you want more videos like this free content, subscribe, and I'll see you later. Peace.